Hi viewers, welcome to Shaker's Bio Factory for NEET. If you like this video, subscribe my channel and click on bell icon to get notification. In this video, I am going to explain one of the topic in cell cycle and cell division chapter. It is meiosis cell division and its mechanism. Meiosis is a special type of cell division. In this, a single cell it undergoes division two times to produce four daughter cells and it consists of half of the original amount of genetic information. The term meiosis it was coined by Farmer and Murray in 1905 year. This meiosis division it was studied by three scientists, von Benedin, Winnie Wharton and Strasburger. Meiosis is a double cell division. In this, a diploid cell it can form four haploid cells, and in this haploid cell the number of chromosomes are reduced to half. During this cell division, a single diploid parental cell it divides into four haploid daughter cells. In meiosis division, it involves two sequential cycles of nuclear division, but the DNA replication occur only in one cycle, and due to this the four haploid daughter cell formation takes place. What are the haploid cells produced in meiosis division? They becomes into gametes, and these gametes are essential for sexual reproduction. During sexual reproduction, the production of offsprings it includes the fusion of two gametes like male and female, and each gamete it consists of a complete haploid set of chromosomes. Only the cells of sexually reproducing organism undergoes meiosis division, and only specialized cells in multicellular organisms these are switched from mitosis to meiosis cell division at a specific time in the life cycle. So the gametes for sexual reproduction are formed from a specialized diploid cells in sexual reproduction, and these specialized diploid cells are called as meiocytes. By taking some example for meiocytes, in case of plants, microspore mother cell and megaspore mother cell are example for meiocytes. In case of animals, spermagonial cell and oogonial cell are example for meiocytes. They can produce gametes. So meiosis division, it helps to ensure the production of haploid phase in life cycle of sexually reproducing organism. At the same time, the fertilization, it can restore diploid phase. In the mechanism of meiosis cell division, a cell when it enters into cell cycle generally, this cell it undergoes various changes related to G1 phase, S phase and G2 phase, and it completes interphase. After completion of this interphase, generally the cell it enters into M phase, but during gamete formation, the cell it is switched from M phase to meiosis division. In this, the cell after completion of G2 phase, that is nothing but interphase, it directly enters into meiosis division. But after completion of this meiosis division, the daughter cells it never continue cell cycle in meiosis division. The meiotic events can be grouped under the following phases. In this meiosis division, it occurs in two divisions. During this, the first one is meiosis 1 and second one is meiosis 2. The meiosis 1 is also called as reductional division, because when the cell is performing meiosis 1, at this time only the number of chromosomes are reduced to half. But the meiosis 2, it is called as equational division, because during this division there is no change in number of chromosomes and they are remain same as produced at the end of meiosis 1. Meiosis 1. The meiosis 1, it can be studied with 4 stages like prophase 1, metaphase 1, anaphase 1 and telophase 1. In prophase 1, it is the first phase of meiotic division and it is a typically longer, and due to various changes it is complex when it compared to prophase of mitosis division. The meiosis has been further divided into 4 phases based on chromosome behavior in prophase 1. In this, the first subphase is leptotin, second one is zygotin, third one is packaging, fourth one is diplotin, and last phase is diakinesis. In case of leptotin, when the cell it enters into meiosis division, it starts with leptotin phase. And in this leptotin phase, the main changes are seen in chromatin fibers. At this time, the chromatin material it undergo condensation and coiling to begin a chromatic fibers that is seen in leptotin phase. The chromatin material it is condensed to form a distinct chromosomes inside the nucleus. These chromosomes are gradually visible under even light microscope also. So the compaction of these chromosomes it continuously occur throughout the leptotin phase. These are the main changes in leptotin phase. The second phase is zygotin. We can observe some important changes in zygotin and it is the second stage of prophase 1. In diploid organisms, the diploid cell it consists of 2 sets of chromosomes. In these, one set is came from father and one set is came from mother. The 2 sets of each 2 chromosomes, these are similar exactly in form, size, structure, even having same genes. These are called as homologous chromosomes. In this homologous chromosomes, one is a paternal chromosome and another one is a maternal chromosome, and both maternal and paternal chromosome are referred to as homologous chromosomes. So the zygotin it is characterized by one special event. In this zygotin, some of the proteins called synaptonymal complex proteins are synthesized. They can form a synaptonymal complex in between 2 homologous chromosomes. And this synaptonymal complex it makes the 2 homologous chromosomes into pair, and this pairing process is called as synapsis, and pair of homologous chromosomes are called as bivalents. Both leptotin and zygotin, due to very less changes, it is shorter in duration. The third phase is packaging, and many changes related to meiosis division can be seen in packaging stage itself. During this packaging stage, each chromosome of bivalent, generally it consists of double amount of DNA, and this double amount of DNA is synthesized in S phase itself. And this double amount of DNA which is present in each chromosome, it gets separated into 2 sister chromatids. During this time, a bivalent with 2 chromosomes, it consists of totally 4 chromatids. These are formed in packaging stage called packed in tetrads. The two chromatids of one chromosome are referred to as sister chromatids, and two chromatids of two different homologous chromosomes are referred to as non-sister chromatids. So the non-sister chromatids of homologous chromosomes, it undergoes a special process. It is called crossing over. During this crossing over, the entire process is mediated by an enzyme. It is called recombinase enzyme. With the help of recombinase enzyme, the mutual exchange of genetic material, it is nothing but DNA, it takes place in between non-sister chromatids of homologous chromosomes. That process is called as crossing over. This crossing over is generally take place by breakage of non-sister chromatids into fragments, and then after mutual exchange, reunion of chromatid segments or fragment can be takes place. After completion of crossing over, where the crossing over is occurred, in that location it forms a nodule. It is called recombination nodule. The recombination, it generally takes place in between homologous chromosomes. The process is completed in packed-in stage itself, and after crossing over, the two non-sister chromatids are linked at a point with the crossing over. The recombination between homologous chromosome process is completed at the end of packed-in stage and leaving the chromosome, and they are linked at a crossing over point. It is called as chiasmata. So chiasmata is generally formed in packed-in stage, but it is appeared clearly in next stage like diplotin. In this diplotin, one special event takes place. It is dissolution or dissolve of synaptonymal complex, which is formed in zygotin stage. When synaptonymal complex is dissolved, that can mix the tendency of recombined homologous chromosomes of the bivalent, and it leads to separation of both the bivalent chromosomes from each other take place, but separation is not seen at one site where crossing over occur. So the homologous chromosomes do not separate at chiasmata. Now it is appeared with X-shaped structure very clearly. It is called chiasmata. So chiasmata is clearly visible only in diplotin stage. So this chiasmata is visible during diplotin stage, and these diplotin stages have one important event. In case of oocytes of some vertebrates, the diplotin stage is get arrested and lost for months to year, and such stage is referred to as dictyotin stage. The last phase in prophase 1 is diakinesis. During this diakinesis, it is marked by terminalization of chiasmata. This terminalization of chiasmata, it is take place due to tight condensation of chromosomes. At this time, the chiasmata, it is disappears from the chromosomes by slipping off or sliding from the tip of the chromosomes. Simply, the chiasmata is shifted to tip of the chromosome. The chiasmata, it is moved or shifted to tip of the chromosome, and from there it is either slip off or remain present at their tip in diakinesis. Along with that, in cytoplasm of the cell, the spindle assemble takes place at poles, and thus it separates the homologous chromosomes into two daughter cells. At the end of diakinesis, nucleolus disappears and nuclear membrane, it is disintegrates. So diakinesis, it represents and it can transit the cell into metaphase, especially in metaphase 1. These are the changes seen in prophase 1 with 5 stages. The next stage is metaphase 1. In this metaphase 1, after completion of prophase 1, the cell and chromosomes enters into metaphase 1. During this metaphase 1, the microtubules of spindle fiber, which are formed from opposite poles, they are get attached to centromere of chromosome which are facing towards it, and the bivalent chromosomes are aligned themselves at equatorial plate, and due to this bivalent chromosome alignment, the centromeres of bivalent chromosomes of two chromosomes are arranged into two rows, and it can form double metaphasic plate at equator. The third phase is anaphase 1. So the main important character of anaphase 1 is the reduction of chromosomes actually take place in anaphase 1 only. In this phase, the homologous chromosomes get separated, but sister chromatids are remain associated with centromere, but these are not separated. Just chromosomal pair is separated in anaphase 1. The two homologous chromosomes, when it is separated from each other, they can start their movement towards opposite poles. But here there is no splitting of centromere and there is no separation of chromatids. Just the chromosomal pair is get separated. So only one of the chromosome out of a pair, it reaches to opposite poles, that leads to reduce the number of chromosomes to half. The last phase in meiosis 1 is telophase 1. In this telophase 1, the chromosomes which reach the opposite poles, and gradually the spindle fibers is completely disappear. Along with that, the nuclear membrane and nucleolus are reappeared around the chromosomes present at opposite poles, and this stage it finally produces two daughter cells containing single nucleus with cytokinesis, and after the cytokinesis it results in the formation of two haploid cells, and these are called as diodes. But in these haploid cells, each chromosome still it consists of double amount of DNA. The nucleus of daughter cells, it receives only one chromosome of each homologous pair. That's why the chromosome number is reduced. The chromosomes after completion of this telophase 1, it get uncoiled and elongated, but this not appear extremely extended state like interphase of nucleus. In between meiosis 1 and meiosis 2, a minute gap is present. It is referred to as interkinesis or intermeiotic interphase. In this stage, it is present between two meiotic divisions and it is short-lived. During this phase, the chromosomes are elongated but do not form chromatin fibers. Along with that, there is no DNA replication in this interkinesis, but in case of animal cells, in their cytoplasm, the centriole duplication it takes place. Along with that, in this interkinase or interkinesis, the RNA and proteins which are required for meiosis 2, these are synthesized during this phase. Meiosis 2. After completion of interkinesis, the cell enters into meiosis 2. And meiosis 2, it is exactly similar to mitosis and equational division, but they're not exact copies of mitosis. Meiosis 2 2, it further divides into 4 phases like prophase 2, metaphase 2, anaphase 2 and telophase 2. In prophase 2, so prophase 2 it is not long and it is not complicated like prophase 1. During this prophase 1 of meiosis 2, it is initiated immediately after completion of cytokinesis, and during this, usually before the chromosomes having full elongated in this phase. But the chromatin material again become compact to becomes into chromosomes. During this prophase 2 itself, the nucleolus and nuclear membrane are disintegrated and disappear in cell in case of metaphase 2. So in this metaphase 2, the univalent chromosomes that having double amount of DNA, these are aligned themselves at equator in metaphase 2. The microtubules which are formed from opposite poles, they extended towards the equator and these spindle fibers get attached to kinetochore of each chromatid which are helps to align at equator. In anaphase 2, we can observe some important changes like the centromere which is holded and present at the equator, it holds two chromatids and the centromere is splitted and it allows the separation and movement of two chromatids to opposite poles. And in this phase, the chromatids get separated into daughter chromosomes and it can move towards opposite poles. In telophase 2, the chromatids, when it reach the opposite poles, they can start their uncoiling, undergoes decondensation to become thin and chromatin material. The spindle fibers are completely degenerates in telophase 2 and nuclear membrane nucleolus are reappeared and finally it leads to the formation of 4 haploid nuclei. Finally, the cytokinesis take place. The telophase 2 is now followed by cytokinesis which divides the cytoplasm and from form 4 haploid daughter cells, and the cytoplasm divided by formation of either cell furrow in case of animal cell plate in case of plant cell. After cytokinesis, a single cell now it divides into two daughter cells. It takes place in both cells. Finally, it leads to the formation of 4 haploid daughter cells. The cytokinesis follows, resulting in the formation of 4 haploid daughter cells. Now these are called as tetrad. The daughter cells contain a single nucleus and their own cytoplasm after cytokinesis. After completion of meiosis 1 and meiosis 2, a diploid cell it can divide and give rise to 4 haploid daughter cell. It is the mechanism of meiosis cell division. Thank you for watching.